So today we're going to talk about bisecting an angle, and this isn't going to take us very long, and then you'll have the majority of the time to work. Okay. The other thing is you're also going to have a quiz coming up, and the quiz will be tomorrow, and so you're going to need to know how to do a few things on the quiz as well. So here it says to bisect an angle, and so what we're going to do, go ahead and have your compass handy. Oops, wrong one, there we go. And now what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and move our compass so that the tip of the compass is right on the vertex of the angle. So the tip of the compass is right on the vertex of the angle. Now what you're going to do is open the compass up to, I would probably say no more than halfway on the angle. And then what you're going to do now is you're going to go ahead, you can either make one little arc on each side or you can make an arc on the entire angle. So far you did that, right? Now what you're going to do is you're going to move your compass to the first point right here. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and move my compass up, if you notice where I've moved it up to, and I'm going to make an arc right here. Notice here, I want to make sure I make the arc at least halfway, somewhere halfway in the middle of the angle. So that's one mark you're going to make. And then can you guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the other point right here, leave your compass at the exact same setting, and now what are you going to do? I'm going to swing it, and what I should do is intersect the first arc that I made. And then you just draw a line from the vertex of the angle through the blue and the orange. So anyway, if I go ahead and draw that through, that is the angle bisector. So let's revisit again, what is an angle bisector? What does it do? Bisects an angle. So tell me in layman's terms, what does bisect mean? Divides it into two equal parts. And so we've divided this into two equal parts. So let's go ahead and see if in fact we've divided this. So let's go ahead and get out our protractor. Okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and move my protractor down here, and I'm going to see what the total measure of the angle is. A little bit, there we go. Well, close. It's a little bit off. So it looks like my angle is roughly about what? 54, about 54 degrees. So half of 54 is going to be what? 27. And so if you look, sure enough, I'm pretty doggone close there. And the other thing is, it's not perfectly 54 degrees. It's actually a little under, because notice the very bottom line that I'm holding my protractor on. Okay, it's a little off there. So sure enough, works. Okay, now what I want you to do, you've got the practice one in your packet right below that. I want you to practice. And then I'll go ahead and write up your assignment on the board. So go ahead and practice the one on the bottom.
The 2 easy days you can't find it out.
Go upstairs.
I always have to show patty paper.
What? Because patty paper is another way to do some constructions. We can use that.
Oh, I see.
I've chosen not to do that. I've just chosen to use a compass. So, okay. On pages 160 and 161, what I need you to do is I need you to go ahead and do one through 9. Now, a little bit, what I want you to do, I want some changes in the instructions. Okay. 5, it's just matching. On number 6, construct an isosceles right triangle with Z as the length of each of the two sides. So that will work. On 7, it says construct triangle RAP with median PM and angle bisector RB. On number 7, I don't want you to find median PM. So on number 7, don't find the median, but I want you to find the angle bisector. Okay? On number 8, construct triangle MSE with OU, where O is the midpoint of MS and U is the midpoint of SC. And then last but not least, number 9, construct the angles 90, 45, and 135 without your protractor.
Wait, how do you know what 135 is?
Okay, how do you know what 135 is? Let's walk through number 9. So number 9, how are we going to find a 90-degree angle? What are you going to do?
Just draw a line.
You're going to start with a segment. So that's the very first step. So start with a segment. Then what are you going to do? Yeah, you can find a perpendicular bisector if you want it. Now the thing about this is, I don't think you need to do 3 different diagrams if you wanted. You could do them all on the same. So what you could do here is find the perpendicular bisector. That will be your 90. Okay? So once you found the perpendicular bisector, you're going to get something that looks like this. Oops, just a second. For some reason that's not drawn. There we go. Okay, so you're going to get something that looks like this after you've drawn your perpendicular bisector. So there's your 90-degree angle. How would you find then the 45-degree angle?
Bisector of that.
You would bisect this angle. Okay, so you're going to bisect, so you're doing the angle bisector. Then how would you find the 135 angle? Okay, so what's going to happen is you're going to end up having something here. So this is going to be 45 degrees.
Well, wouldn't it just
Right.
be like you erase the middle line and you'll have 135?
So here's another option you could even do. Okay, what you could do, here's your 45-degree angle, right?
Oh, 45 is-
Okay, here's your 90-degree angle. If you wanted to do your 135 angle, you could do the angle bisector over here and then label this as your 135-degree angle.
Oh.
Okay, but just make sure that you have all 3 visible. Okay? All right, so that is going to be due tomorrow. Remember, you're going to have a quiz. A few things you need to know how to do on your quiz. You need to know how to find the median. You need to know how to find the altitude. Okay, so median and altitude for your quiz tomorrow, so you might want to go back and review. Yes, you can use your notes.